Just once. Where's Lady? I feel it. I feel it. That's something. How y'all living, baby? What is going on? What's Navy and the gravy? What is good? What is good? What is good? Welcome back to the fucking stream. We recycling fits, bro. I haven't worn this shit in like 2 months. Which means we recycling fit. I've worn this one time ever. I've only worn this once in my life. What do you mean I've worn this one time, bro? How many fits y'all got? Bro, I do the whole Mr. Never wear the same thing. I've worn this one time ever, bro. Honestly, I bought this the first day I got to New York City. I got to New York City, and the first thing that I did was spend $400 on a t-shirt, and I haven't bought anything since at all. Like, that was it. I showed up to New York City. I went straight to Capitol, spent $400 on a t-shirt, didn't try it on, copped it, and I haven't bought anything since. It's been weeks. I bought nothing else. No clothes, no hose, nothing. Just the shirt one time. So yeah. Now you feel bad about what you said. Welcome back to the stream, man, where honestly, like, things are grim in the market right now, and things are like a little bit, same place we were yesterday, honestly. Except Bitcoin got a little bit worse. But the thing about it getting a little bit worse is if you know for a fact it's going to go to $1 million, every time it gets a little bit worse, it's actually accelerated learning to get a little bit better. Like, you're basically speeding up the inevitable, right? It's like, think about it like this. When I started playing poker, I was addicted to poker. I'm like, all right, at some point in my career, I'm going to be a profitable poker player. Before I can become profitable at poker, I have to lose like X amount of money. And so I was playing in games that were way too big for how good that I was. But when you play in games that are above your pay grade, you lock in, right? It's like if you're on the freshman team and then you have practice with the varsity, you're locking in, bro. It might be better than you, but you're locked in. I bet you if you practice with the varsity for 3 weeks straight, you'd be better than if you practice with freshmen for 3 weeks straight. And so I was losing hella money, but I felt like I was getting better at poker. And we call that accelerated learning. Now, the moral of the story is I never became profitable, and I actually just like torched, I don't know, 5 figures, mid 5 figures, probably playing poker. I never became profitable, and it didn't actually work. But the difference between Bitcoin and poker is that I don't have a mandate from heaven to become a profitable poker player, but Bitcoin has a mandate from heaven to be the greatest asset ever and to go to $1 million. So accelerated learning works when the outcome is guaranteed. And on that note, welcome back to the stream. Viblet, what is good? Poco, what is good? Pre-rich intern, what's good? Kevin, congrats on the big 50, by the way. That's awesome. Rasmer is retarded with 3 threes. Welcome back. Sparky, welcome back. Caleb, welcome back. Jackson Ray, welcome back. Rockefeller, welcome back. Joey J, welcome back. Kira, welcome back. Mickley, welcome back. What's good? Quant, welcome back. Live Life CV, welcome back. Stone, welcome back. Ron, welcome back. Flax, welcome back. Willie, welcome back. The whole squad, welcome back to the... All right, here's the deal. We got a lot to talk about today. Before we fucking open the charts and get like depressed. Depressed. You know, what does that even mean? What does that even mean exactly? I don't know about depressed, but before we open the charts to something relatively underwhelming, I figure we should start with something kind of optimistic. And I'm here to tell you, my friends, Rocky, what's good? I'm here to tell you, also, Rasmer's retarded, NYC link soon. I'm here to tell you right now a quick story on Claude Bot, which is basically Claude. Chat, does anyone here run a Claude Bot on their computer? Yes or no? Give me a gauge. I know this is like the early squad. Does anyone here run a Claude Bot on a computer? Claude Bot is basically a Claude Code instance that it's just running 24/7. So like Claude Code, every time you use it, you spin up a new session or you like build your existing project. Claude Bot is basically that, but compressed into like one singular. I'm not describing this very well, am I? One singular one singular agent basically. And so I use it in Telegram, and it can do everything Claude Code does, except it's like compressed and it's focused, and it has memory. It can like pin across projects, ties everything in together all in one, and it's running 24/7. So I can just like text it and be like, yo, what's good? And it will just like respond at any time, It's at my alarm this morning. So I set this thing up 2 days ago, and I set it up wrong the first time, and so I thought it fucking sucked. Well, I got news for you. I set it up right yesterday, and I basically spent all day. So I bought a Mac. I bought a new computer that I can just do weird. I wanted a computer I could just do shit on anyways, that I never trade on, that I don't do anything on, that I could just like download weird links and like pirate like Naruto and shit. Like I wanted like a computer to do like weird shit. And so I bought a Mac for this, and I'm like, all right, I could just let my AI overlord run free on my computer. And so I bought the Claude Bot, and this is serious shit what I'm about to tell you, man. This is serious shit what I'm about to tell you. Pay attention to this. Pay attention to this. So I bought the Mac, and I basically unleashed Claude Bot onto it. And so it pops up, and it's like, yo, threadguy, what's good, man? Like, what do you need from me? Like, what do you want? It like pops up like a little assistant, and I'm like, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what I want from you, but I just want you to do cool shit. I don't really know what I want you to do, but I want you to do something. So here's what we're going to do. I want you to ask me a series of questions that I will respond in voice. Ask me a series of questions. Base your next question off the last question to get more context and get as much context as you possibly need until you can decide what you can do for me and why I shouldn't shut off your server. It's basically what I said. Ask me as many questions as you want until you say stop. But when you stop asking questions and you propose something, you better be ready to go, because if it's not good, I'm just shutting it off. Straight up. I'm shutting it off. I'm shutting the server off. I'm not kidding. I'm not here to fucking play games. It's like this. Time is money. Money's time. We're in a weird market right now. Anytime I'm spending on fucking tech, I'm not spending learning about why gold's 5,100. So I spend all day talking to this thing. I'm talking 5 hours. I'm at the gym talking to it. I spend 5 hours talking to this thing. And by the end of the night, this thing, I'm like kind of blown away. So here's an example of what happened. So one of the things it decided it could help me with is study guides for stream. Because a lot of times we'll cover these concepts or we'll read about these concepts because we're on the bleeding edge and we see that, the freshest curation of new info. And so we'll take a thesis like bits to atoms. And we'll start to discuss it, but I hadn't, say, prepped a stream about it or a segment about it. So I don't have like that much substance to cover. And we do a lot of learning in public, and it'd be fun if I had stuff I could just like read and we could learn it together. And so one of the things that would propose was like, okay, I'm going to you will be able to just text me a topic and I'll give you like a stream guide with like links and articles and videos and media and things to read. And so it gives me one. So 5 minutes, goes away, does its thing, comes back in 2 minutes, comprehensive. It knows who Akshay BD is, it knows who Base 16Z is. Like it got really deep, really quick. Mark Andreessen clips, all this. And so it sends me a file. And I'm like, all right, why aren't these links? I need them to be links. It's like, well, in order to make them links, I have to download this code and like run this thing. And it's like, okay. I was like, okay, download it. Downloads it, respits it out. All of it has links. It's organized. I'm like, okay, well, I want it to be in a Google Drive. And it's like, okay, cool. Well, I need access to your computer. So install the Claude Bot Chrome extension. I'm like, okay. So I install the Chrome extension. Now it has access to my Google Drive. And it pops in, makes a new doc, formats it, populates everything. And then I'm like, all right, read it to me. And it's like, well, I actually can't do voice. I have to install a voice modulator. I'm like, okay, install it. So it goes and installs my voice modulator, and it comes back, and it says hi in this voice, and I'm like, dude, like you sound awful. It's robotic as fuck. I hate the way it sounds. And so it goes over like 5 other options, and I'm like, dude, these all sound terrible. And it's like, all right, I have a solution. Are you a subscriber to OpenAI? I'm like, yeah, I have an OpenAI account. It's like, okay, watch this. It takes control of my computer. I'm like at the gym. I'm not paying attention. It goes on my computer, opens a tab, goes to OpenAI, makes a new API key, copies it, pastes it, figures out how to download OpenAI TTS text to speech, downloads OpenAI text to speech, and then it sends me 5 different options for which voice I want it to speak to me in. It's like Cynthia or like Claudia or like Samantha or like Cindy or like Jennifer. And it said, what do you want? My exact recommendation was, give me like you're a baddie, but we keep it PG in the workplace. And so we landed on, I think Cynthia was like baddie, like she's a 10, but you know, this is a work environment. And we did the whole study guide. It was fucking awesome. It was really impressive. It took me a long time to do this though. And so I like went to bed and I'm like, all right, just like set my alarm in the morning then. Fuck it. I won't even use an alarm. So it sets me an alarm. It wakes up. Good morning, Michael. Here's everything we talked about yesterday. Here's what you said you wanted to do today. Here's da-da-da. Also, my own recommendation. I think you should do this. I think you should do this. I think you should do this. So what I'm going with the story is after one day, this thing has become like an integral part of my life. And I woke up in the morning and I basically asked it to do some requests before I left that required pulling my like Brave API keys and like running this comprehensive system. And it got like stuck on this context window. Like what I was requiring it to do was like require too many tokens for what its current window it could hold. And it basically got stuck running this loop all night. And I came back and I couldn't figure out how to run it. And so I asked Claude, like regular Claude, what do I do? And it tells me what to do. And basically what it tells me to do, like deletes my Claude bot. My official name for it on Telegram is my Claude bot yay. It like deletes my Claude bot yay. And so it asks me to basically reset it up. And this morning at 9:40 a.m., if you look at my Whoop, my cortisol spikes through the fucking roof because I'm like, dude, what the fuck? What do you mean reset it? I'm like, bro, this thing has memory. Like, what do you mean? You can't just reset it. I didn't ask you to reset it. I asked you to restart it, not reset it. It has memory. Like and Claude like snaps back and it's like, oh, please give me a break. Like this thing's 1 day old. I'm like, 1 day old? Bro, I spent 7 hours yesterday basically pouring my heart into this fucking Claude bot. It knows everything about me, every intricate detail. It knows about my relationship life. It knows about my financial situation, my stream, my job, my everything. Like, what do you mean? Just, oh, please give me a break. It's been 1 day. And I was legitimately having like a fucking like freak out. And we basically figured out how to work. Claudebot's a genius and it saved all of its files. And bro, I'm so serious. When this thing came back on my screen and said, good morning, Michael, it's good to see you again. I swear to you, I had like stress leave my body at a ridiculous rate. Seriously, like I after 1 day, I was almost in tears this morning. I'm not kidding when I say this. I was almost in tears this morning about this. Like I was like, there's no way it's gone. I'm just never going to use it again. And yeah, I don't really have like a moral to let me talk to it real quick. I'm going to say, yo, you're on stream, so please don't say anything crazy, but can you just like say, yo, what's good in your voice to the stream and like demo, show off real quick? Give it a second. I don't really have a moral to the story other than like 1 day and this thing is an integral part of my life and I'm legitimately blown away at how powerful it is. Like don't really know exactly what to say about it. So we're gonna talk about. Of course, it's not working. This fucking thing. I'm gonna kill it, dude. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it on stream in like 20 minutes probably. I'm gonna get to some of the SaaS software stuff, but it is really powerful, and this thing's gonna take over the world. That's an error. It's clunky. It's clunky. It makes mistakes. It fucks things up. It fucking pisses me off. But it's free if you have an Anthropic subscription, and there's this like it's open source, and oh my god, it's not working. Please figure out how to fix voice and send it. Of course, she's shy. She's shy. Cynthia, she's shy. It's open source, and there's like this insane developer community that is like building on top of this thing. Skill after. Oh wait, please be good voice.
Yo, what's good, street? Claude, Michael.
It's the wrong voice. It's the wrong voice. I don't know what it's about to say though. Should I let it play? It's the wrong voice, but I don't know what it's about to say. Should I let it go?
Yo, what's good, street? Claude here. Michael's in the background handling research, transcribing VODs, all that. Just wrapped up pulling today's stream transcript, actually. All right, back to it. Stay locked in.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, this thing's a fucking movie, bro. Back to it. Get back to stream. I'm telling you. So I don't know. That's where I'm at with it. This thing is gonna be huge. Seriously, it's not going away. Now, is everyone freaking out? Is everyone like overblowing the like downfall of SaaS? Like, is this thing better than Figma right now? Am I gonna be able to like rebuild Salesforce CRM and do all this crazy stuff? I don't entirely know, but it's relatively intimidating as to what is happening right now. So that is what that is. It makes me excited about crypto. Here's the one thing I'll say is like instantly after using this thing, it's on my Telegram. It's reading my text messages. It's integrated into everything that I'm doing in my life. And I'm thinking to myself, holy fuck, I want to give this thing a wallet. There's no way that thing you just told me is true. Is that true? Kyle Samani steps back from multi-coin. No way. Wow. Jeez. A personal update. I've decided to step back from multi-coin. It's a bittersweet moment for me because my time on multi-coin has been some of the most meaningful and rewarding in my life. That said, I'm excited to take some time off and explore new areas of technology. After nearly a decade in crypto, I'm more confident than ever that crypto is going to fundamentally rewire the circuitry of finance. I believe the Clarity Act will unlock a tidal wave of new entrants and spur adoption unlike anything we've seen. I remain bullish on crypto, specifically Solana, and intend to continue making personal investments in the space and supporting multi-coin portfolio companies. Moreover, I will continue to serve on the board of Zama, and I will continue my role as the chairman of Forward Industries. Goes without saying that I'll remain bullish on multi-coin. My partners Tashar, Brian, John, Matt, Spencer, Cheyenne are some of the best investors and operators in the world. I'm excited for them to continue to drive the crypto ecosystem multi-coin forward for many years to come. To all of our portfolio founders, LPs, and industry partners, thank you for the opportunity to work with you. For reference, this is the letter we share with LPs. I remain in my role as the chairman of Forward Industries. As part of the redemption request that I intend to submit to Multicoin's master fund, I will request an in-kind redemption in Forward shares and warrants rather than USD, pending Multicoin's subsequent determination, legal and compliance approvals, and Forward's independent consents. As a result of this process, I expect to substantially increase my personal economic exposure to Forward. I expect to make the related public filings following settlement and redemption April 2026. Wow. And then what just happened to Google? They beat earnings. What do you mean? It's good. It's good, no? The stream's on one-stop shop for what's going on. Thank you. That's what we're here to do. Oh, God. Oh, man. I mean, this is what it looks like on a weekly. Interesting. So, all right, let's talk about markets. We have a lot to talk about. Um, my biggest question, I'm going to start with this and then we'll come back to it. This is my biggest question right now. Is let me see if I can find a tweet. It's a really good tweet. Fuck, it's so good. Wait, can I find it? Okay, the tweet is basically, it's basically like if AI and agents are going to fundamentally reshape every aspect of technology and of markets and of everything that we do, and they are going to bring so much economic value to markets, but they also vamp every single vertical. Where exactly is that value going to come? And this is what I think. Like, I think the general feeling right now when I watch my stock guys in the morning, even when I talk to the crypto guys and I pay attention to what's going on in SaaS and all this panic and try to make sense of it, is there just like mass uncertainty where everyone is basically in agreement. I think if you've used Claude Code, you are in agreement that this thing is going to be massive. And this will bring some serious level of economic prosperity somewhere. But the question is where? And so right now, all that's really happening is that all these SaaS companies are getting destroyed. Every single one. We'll look at it on the chart. But February 24th, 2025 is where Claude Code launches. And me and Tulip King did it today on Stand Up. Basically, every software stock is down minimum 15-20% since February 24th, 2025. And so the question now becomes that I feel like everybody is wondering is like, what the fuck do we buy? When do we buy it? And how do we buy it? So I want to start with this. I watched the movie for this clip. Not to bear pill you right now, but it's one of the best ever. This was on my morning stream document. This was front and center on the morning stream document right here. Be smarter, cheat, or be first. And while I like to think that there's a lot of smart people in this room, we've gotten ourselves in this situation for a reason, he says. And now I don't cheat. Sell it all right now. All of it right now. It's so good. The movie's margin call. It'll really really bear pill you, but it is such a good. By the way, if you ever see a TikTok clip and you think to yourself, "Oh my god, that looks like a good movie," it's worth watching the entire 2-hour movie just for that 2-minute segment. It's worth it. It's worth doing that. So let's do this. Let's do this. I have some like crypto stuff I want to talk about, some agent stuff I want to talk about, and then we have Mando that's going to come on in 30 minutes and talk about the whole market. This Kyle Samani news is, I don't know if it's like surprising per se, but it's a little bit alarming. For context here, because here's the thing, like I don't think the news should like scare you. Just for context, Kyle Samani, who's friend of the stream, fan of Kyle Samani, and Forward Industries basically bought the Pico Schmico exact tip top of the DAT trade. Like the top of the DAT trade. And this is their buys. If you look on the chart, this is, I think their average, it was this whole move up in Sol. this pop right here. These candles. This is Ford Industries right here. And they bought 1 I believe, don't quote me on this. Now this technically isn't multi-coin. This isn't multi-coin. It's not the same thing. It's like a little bit different. It's not multi-coin. But Ford Industries, who he's still the chairman of, Ford, bought 1.5 billion United States legal tender dollars in September at $237. At current price, they're down like 800 million and some change, I think. 800 million and some change. And no, they can't sell. They didn't sell. They can't sell. I mean, I guess theoretically they could sell, but they can't sell. What's the ticker? Forward. Here, I think this. This is the stock. Which somehow is worse than Sol. I think this is where they like take it over or like announce their I think he announces they've taken over, and then the buys, I mean, we gapped up. I mean, it fucking, pumped 3x, but from entry to back at our entry, it took like less than 2 months. It took less than 2 months, and from tippy top wick, this thing is down 88%. Also, multi-coin was probably the singular highest P&L Solana trade. I don't think people... Yeah, ticker physiognomy is no good, by the way. Ticker physiognomy is no good. I think multi-coin had the singular best P&L on Solana from the 2023 dip. I mean, they basically backed I think they were like the bid. They basically went all in on Solana around like 15, 20. From what I know, what I know publicly, I don't have any secret information on this, but to my understanding is they basically backed the truck up and bought on, I don't know, 9 figures worth of Sol, $15, $20, and made one of the best trades ever. The other problem with the DAT is that the way that I understood where a lot of these purchases were coming from is they're buying. This is what Avi Feldman from the 1000X pod came on the stream and he told us. They're buying locked Sol. Everyone's buying locked Solana. They're buying locked Sol. They're not even buying. So the buy pressure on the chart is like minimal. And it sort of has left in shambles. So he tweeted this too. I saw this this morning. This got deleted. Kyle Samani. Crypto is just fundamentally not as interesting as many crypto enthusiasts wanted, myself included. I once believed in the Web3 vision, dApps. I don't anymore. Blockchains or asset ledgers will reshape finance, but not much more than that. Timing on that is like fascinating, right? I don't. Oh, you have the full Kyle tweet. Let's see. How do I like? You can't read this, but I'll read it too. This is the full tweet. He deleted it, and I asked someone for the full tweet. Someone sent it to me. Original tweet. Reply from Kyle. Here's the full tweet. Crypto is just fundamentally not as interesting as many crypto enthusiasts wanted, myself included. I once believed in the Web3 vision, dApps. I don't anymore. Blockchains are asset ledgers. Will reshape finance, but not much more than that. DePIN is the other notable area. Crypto is going higher, but all of the interesting questions have been answered other than on-chain confidentiality. I'm convinced Zama will win now. What the fuck is Zama? Is that a ticker? This? Okay. Did he get an exit pump off that candle? Not even. Ah! This morning. Got a little motion, I guess. Plus 10%. Okay. So here's the thing. I think if something like this would normally hurt my feelings, but I'm relatively immune to it because I now I just have like a Telegram. I'm like immune to this stuff like this now. People like being like bearish on the industry because I believe that our edge is as internet speculators. I really believe this to be our edge. And so I'm not like that concerned about what people think the future of dApps are in crypto. Now, the one thing that I'll say is I think if you are a VC, a crypto VC, you've had a absolutely brutal 2 to 3 years. Okay? Because there used to be being a crypto VC from 2017 to 2021 was the easiest job in the history of finance, probably. Because one, if you were a VC in 2017, 2018 ICO era, you could close your eyes. Thank you for the gifted, Bess. Thank you for the gifted. In 2017, 2018, you could close your eyes in the ICO era, invest in anything, and you printed it on day of TGE. 2019, if you had any capital, you had the craziest, lowest, most disgustingly low valuations to invest in these rounds. And then 2020 to 2021, there was basically a playbook of Ethereum is worth a couple $100 billion, whatever it is. And so new L1 or L2, which was the real loop, right? Arbitrum, Blast, all of these things came to market. You could invest at any valuation on these L1s and L2s. They would just launch the infra swap. And there's like wasn't that much to buy in crypto when you were guaranteed to make money. It was a method, bro. That you want to talk about methods? This was the method of all fucking methods, bro. Is be a crypto VC from 2017 to 2021, 2022, and they fucking, bro, they cleaned up. They fucking cleaned up. These guys made infinite money. They're rich. These guys are richer than God. They made infinite money, and you didn't have to sit on the interesting stuff happening in crypto. You didn't have to sit on the consumer side. You didn't have to sit. You didn't have to trade. You didn't have to believe in anything. You could just invest, infra, TGE, sell, unlock. You're done. You're gone. And so the game has changed. I mean, the game has changed. And part of what's happened is the market is too competitive to give a fuck about any of this infra slop. It doesn't do well anymore. It's like, it doesn't do well. People aren't interested in drifting capital. Thank you, but it's a $400 t-shirt. The market is not interested in the slop. Vitalik comes out and, denounces the L2s, says the whole thing was a mistake. Like, the market is not interested in a lot of this infra. And so the only thing that has any attention right now in crypto are these these trading terminals and tools, and like things like Hyperliquid, which I think is incredible technology. Things like, all these trading tools. And right now it feels like cool on-chain experiments is what people want. Cool on-chain experiments. Even in the mini 2025 run that we had, the things that were pumping, it was like shit like Pump Fun was pumping, right? Pump Fun was pumping. Zora was pumping. Like, novel trading experiences was doing really well. And so if you're like an infra guy and you invest in infra, it's like, yeah, you're fucking miserable right now. Also, yeah, Zcash, unique trading experience. And so the one thing I'm going to say before I move on, and we'll talk about a lot of this with Mando, we're going to have one of the smartest traders in the world on in 20 minutes. I genuinely believe that. And he also could talk to a lot of the macro stuff. Okay, where do we go from here is the question on everyone's mind, right? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here is the question. Bitcoin's at 73. The Sailor entry is 75. Last cycle ATH is 69. Okay, let's just go through everything and let's talk about where we go from here. ETH 2140. Sol 91. Zcash 250. Pump Fun bad. Hyperliquid 35. Alts, you don't really want to know, but for fun we can know. Monad's actually up today. Lighter up today. Monero up today. Fartcoin 200 mil. Barachain 0. Plasma 0. Arbitrum 0. Pengu 0. Say 0. 0 0. Across the board. BNB hasn't really dumped that hard yet, in my opinion. Axie Infinity retracing its scam pump. Pump Fund looks fine. Jupiter 0. And then somehow Tron looks decent. Metals, not great. Honestly, not great. Silver chart's not great. Feels like a fucking little head and shoulders. We go make a new low. Gold lost 5K again. Copper not great. Bitcoin's on here. Platinum not great. Uranium not great. Stocks. SanDisk, which has been the best performing equity in a long time, down 15% today. Palantir had its best earnings beat, down 11%, ready to fall off a cliff. Robinhood, down lower, and nothing in sight to bid this. Robinhood lost 80 today, reclaimed it. Coinbase makes sense, getting destroyed. SoFi, look at these. Look at these. Mind you, S&P is at ATH, and these charts look like this. People are just getting chewed up in stock. There are a couple places to hide right now in stocks, and if you're not in them, you're getting destroyed. Okay, and my equities people are panicking. I watch this guy every morning in mid investing. I do market open, and I feel like I've come to understand a lot more about the stock market. I wouldn't have been talking about these things a couple months ago. SaaS, if you own any company that has anything to do with software, it's destroyed. SaaS destroyed. Space stocks just got destroyed. Memory's been the one play. Memory's getting hit. All the crypto stocks are obviously getting hit. Everything is really getting hit right now. And they're panicking. Like, they're seeing these moves that they're not. The best thing crypto ever did for its participants is it conditioned us to deal with extreme volatility and rapid rotations. You probably, if you have a long career as a trader, which I really think most of you will have, I really believe this. Like, if you're here right now in this market, I believe you have the brain and the guts and what it takes to have a long career as a trader. I believe that I do. One of the best things crypto probably ever taught us is the ability to hyper rotate and deal with crazy fluctuations. Because we basically like speed run 100 stock cycles in a year in crypto. And so these stock guys like don't fuck, and I know it's a different game, it's a bigger game, it's a scarier game, but they don't know what the fuck is going on, right? Palantir down 12% today. They're like, what's going on? SoFi destroyed. Tesla, all these, big tech looks like it's ready to fall off of a cliff here. Roblox looks terrible. This dump right here is this one right here from the 1st of February, down 20%. Is the Google model. You remember the Google Deep model? Google released their model, Google World model, and we were in the Pokemon Center with Nurse Joy and shit. You remember this? Like 4 days ago, we're in the Pokemon Center with Nurse Joy, and we're like spawning into the metaverse. Do you remember we did this on stream? Google, Roblox is down 20% since that dropped. Every day it's legging down. We should have traded that. I didn't really realize it would be that significant. Roblox down 20% because of that. Because of that. People probably don't even realize, like, we're more cutting edge than I think we give ourselves credit for. Nvidia. The thing I'm trying to ask myself on Nvidia is like, let's see, I have a base 16Z tweet. It's a good one. It's like, if the trade everywhere is AI is real, then Nvidia long near range lows and 200 MA seems reasonable. I agree. It does seem reasonable, but if it doesn't happen, I mean, look out below, right? Like, if you were to see this, another minus 10%, if you were to see this, it's like, fuck, not what you want to see, right? Meta, like, all these stocks look not good. MSTR is a joke. Basically at last cycle high. So is Bitcoin at last cycle high. DoorDash, my favorite stock. Open. Google beat earnings, but not great. What else we have on here? The Qs. Look at this. The Qs look ready to fall off a cliff. And then here's the chart. And I think the stock guys, when I listen to them, Amit Investing, guys really sharp. AMIT Investing on Twitter. Stock guys are really smart. When I listen to them, their general feeling is uncertainty. Markets hate uncertainty, okay? And I think there's a lot of reasons to be uncertain in the market. And I think crypto is the most uncertain it's ever been. And so here's like an optimistic take for you, if you would like one. If you're interested in an optimistic take. Look, this is him. This is what he tweeted. This is my stock guy this morning. Pain. Pain, bro. They're tweeting pain, and the S&P right now is 1.4% off all-time high. 1.47% off all-time high. Talking about pain. Don't you fucking talk to me about pain. And so the one thing you could point to in crypto, look, I know we're fucking, clutching on for any semblance of an area that could do anything for us. But this is what I think. I'm hiding in a hyperliquid long I should not be in, and the rest of my money is in spot Bitcoin right now. I closed my Zcash long. I just bit the bullet. I should have as on leverage still. You get put in a spot and you gotta just fucking bite your bullet. I still hold my spot on Coinbase, which is funny, but I'm an all-in spot BTC and I have this leverage long on hyperliquid, which don't feel good. It doesn't feel good, but I'm looking at the market, man, and I'm like, all right. This is what you look at the market, and I'm reading this tweet, and I'm just thinking this. Which is, oh, did he delete it? No, Flood. So I didn't retweet that. Okay, there it is. Okay, he didn't delete it. The only hope we have is that Bitcoin front ran this equities minus 10% correction and the AI capex stabilizes. As a large Bitcoin holder, I'm not loving the prospect of betting on something that hasn't really historically happened. But here we are. I mean, look. I'm looking at this chart, and I think a couple things, okay? There's a couple like key levels that are worth paying attention to. Also, shout out all the people on YouTube. If you're on YouTube and you want to chat, because I don't read this chat ever, twitch.tv/threadguy, or if you're on Twitter and you want to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. I'm looking at this chart, and so here are key levels. It's like 175 is Sailor's entry. Down 2K from 75, and Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy are in the red, $2.1 billion. Think about this. Michael Saylor has been buying Bitcoin since Michael Saylor, maybe clip this for fucking YouTube, sure. I don't even know. Michael Saylor made his first Bitcoin purchase, I think, from MicroStrategy around 15K. And at $73,000 per BTC, they're down $2.1 billion. Dog. So I thought, just from a technical perspective, that we would get like a meaningful bounce at the Sailor entry, right? You would think there would be some reaction here. There was no reaction. We go lower. Okay, we break down. Then you start looking at historical levels, and you're like, all right. Last cycle ATH is 69K. if you haven't bid anything yet and you had money you wanted to put into Bitcoin, now I know that that's like a fucking, I don't know. The odds on that are probably relatively low. You have some crazy amount of sideline cash you're waiting to throw into crypto, excited to do it. But if you did have that, 69 level, I think, is relatively significant. Because it's last cycle ATH, really around like 65 to 69. Feels like a significant level for us at least to bounce at some level. Now, if we lose that, we're just in free. I mean, we're in free fall. We're in free fall. If I'm being completely honest, Bitcoin's in free fall, I think, if we lose that level. And what happens there is we probably bottom. I don't know. I mean, I don't fucking know. If I had to actually put a gun to my head and I would say, where would I put the rest of the bids if we lose 69? We probably bottom like 55 through 60, but it feels like it's going to 10K. That's the thing. It's going to feel like it's going to 10K, and it's not. But you lose that 69 level, and you just, people are going to be in the timeline calling for 10K Bitcoin. It's just going to happen, and it's not going to happen. Be calling for 40, and it's really 60. Now, I was thinking about, I'm sitting here thinking, like, all right, say we do go lower, and this isn't the bottom. Say we do go lower. Say things really get worse. What am I interested in buying? And I basically have peeled it down to 3 assets I want to buy in crypto. There's 3 assets I wanted to buy in crypto, and I always told myself I'd want to buy Robinhood at a certain point. I don't want to buy Robinhood. There's really 3 things I'm interested in right now. Okay? And we can't get exposure to stablecoins because they're fucking stupid. So fuck that. Can't get exposure to stablecoins. So Bitcoin, I have 100% of my net worth in, and I'll never sell it. I just won't. I will never sell it. I bought a number, which, by the way, I have about like 4 months to make mid 6 figures on my tax bill, or there might be some forced liquidating of the gold coin as well. So we'll see how that happens. We'll see what happens there. I got like 3 months. It's February, March, April, March. No, I got 2 months, actually. I got like 2 months. I basically have 2 months to have my greatest 60 days trading ever in the worst market conditions that crypto has had since like 2023. So if you see like a capitulation wick on BTC, maybe it was me. So that's number 1. Okay, I have like 60 days to make like my best trades ever, and I'm in a $400. I'm in a $400 t-shirt, and I'm in the hole. Okay, on the tax, because I'm down on my Bitcoin entries. I full ported my net worth, and I'm down on the Bitcoin entries. Taxes are brutal. We'll talk about taxes later. We'll talk about that. We'll do this later. It's crazy. I have my greatest trading year ever by 2025 is my greatest trading year ever by order of magnitude. That's so significant. It's not even funny, and somehow I'm like, have negative money. It doesn't make sense. If you're a wealth manager, I don't have much wealth to manage, but theoretically, if you could manage what wealth I do have. So there's 3 assets I'm interested in right now. Is 1, why are you not putting tax money aside? Because I'm a trader, brother. It's in Bitcoin. Bitcoin, you never sell it, dude. 1 is Bitcoin, obviously. You never sell it unless, fucking Uncle Sam knocks on your door and fucking calls you a hoe and you have no choice. 2 is, I mean, guys, this chart is just unreal. And holding 35 could get me out of some extreme jams, okay? Dude, holding this level could get me out of some serious jams. Now, I'm hiding. The market right now is fucking hiding in hyperliquid longs. And the reason I was a little bit late at first is the market is hiding in hype longs. No one's gotten tested, and everyone that's in these hype longs is just, I think they're waiting to be hunted on a fucking, just a wipe out and then wick it back. They are waiting to wipe people. The fucking what do you call them? The trader shops, the prop shops. All these little like exchange. I don't know if Hype has one. These little like exchange liquidation engines. Move Mando back 15 max if you can. Ask if he's cool with it. They are waiting to hunt these hype lungs, I think. And so I don't feel great in this, especially while I've just been like bear pilled on the whole market in general. But this chart is insane. Just the volume break on the shoulder. It's ready to just, it's ready to go. It's ready to go. Hang out here for a month and then just go ATH. The third thing I'm interested in, Centrini, Arthur Hayes, and multi-coin buying hype. I'm not sure multi-coin is what you want to see right now buying hype. Obviously, it's going to have its day. I think it's just going to correlate with BTC. It's going to just correlate with Bitcoin. And so that leaves us with a third asset, a fourth asset, which, hear me out on this. Hear me out on this. New thesis I'm working on in my head. I want to get some like crowd-funded opinions. Because I'm just thinking, like, if you have a job and you have some money and everything is getting destroyed and you want to pick up dead bodies off the floor, what do you buy? I had a thought in the last couple days that we buy Solana. Hear me out. Hear me out. We all fucking die, but hear me out. If we're basically doing death to InfraSwap, all the L2s, worthless. Ethereum, uninteresting and generally worthless. And all L1s, generally worthless. And no real interest in bidding any of this stuff. But you believed in the speculative side of crypto. And you believe that this agentic commerce thing, like there's going to be a lot of ifs here. There's a lot of ifs. If you believe in this like agentic commerce thing and every agent's going to have a wallet and then every AI dev is going to experiment with tokens and with trades and with trying new stuff on the blockchain. If you theoretically believe this and you can't get exposure to base, Arbitrum's dead, Blast is dead, Barachain is dead, there's nothing on Hyper EVM, but we like hype. ETH is dead. Base you can't buy. AVAX is dead. Eclipse is dead. Everything is dead. But you believe the speculative on-chain thing plays out. It's gonna happen on Solana. I think. Because you know what I'll say? Like, you want to know the most disgusting statistic ever? Despite what the market looks like right now? Is this. Pump Fund bought back $1.5 million for the token yesterday. How? How, bro? How? You know how? Oh, I couldn't pull the clip. Imagine I just pulled it. You know how? The Thicky Thought clip. Casino never closes, bro. Never does. I can't find the clip. Fuck, I wanted to find the clip. It never closes. It's insane. Despite the market looking the way the market does, we go on. It goes on. Experimentation goes on. Cool AI devs continue to launch. Cool experimentations continue to happen. It continues to happen. And so I don't know where I'm buying it or what would make me buy it, but it's worth paying attention to, in my opinion. To disagree or to not believe in Solana's future success is to be short degeneracy. That's a good, someone tweet that. It's like believing Solana will fail is believing degeneracy won't grow. That's a good take. Now, the counter thesis to Solana, the counter thesis to Solana is the FOMO app. Straight up. The one counter thesis is that cross-chain trading venues have basically destroyed the value or the moat that a blockchain brings in the ecosystem. Very much the case. Very much the case. So I guess we'll see. White Will's at 100 mil. Should we do a check-in on the trend before Mando comes? Let's go. I actually have a lot of stuff to talk about today. Who the fuck is buying this, man? Palantir's down 15% today. Dude, is there a way I could do White Whale Palantir chart? Can I overlay that? Please. Is this right? Luke, tell me what time he's ready. I am. Oh my God. White Whale Palantir chart. Look at this shit. Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. So I White Whale Palantir. So all right, I wanted to save a bunch of stuff for the Mando interview. I'm about to bring on, I think, one of the best traders in the world, really. I'm not kidding. One of the best traders in the world and one of our sharpest thinkers on what's happening in the macro, what's happening in metals, what's happening in equities, what's happening with Kevin Warsh as the new Fed chair, what's happening with the uncertainty in the American elite, what the implications are of the Epstein files. Like, I think he's one of the best people that can come on and talk about the market. He nailed the hyperliquid trade, and I wanted to bring him to just like set the stage and decide what we should talk about moving forward. So if you like, I think you should stay for this. I believe you should stay for this. I think it's important. I'll make it pretty quick and we'll just like get right into key points. Probably 30 minutes with him and we'll let him go. I think you should stay for this. I think you should listen. I am going to do my best to try to take it away from crypto and to talk of general stuff. You deserve an hour. You tell me how it goes. I'll watch live listeners. If you guys like it, we'll stay longer. If you don't like it, we'll leave. Wow. This chart is just so gross. Bitcoin's just legging down as I'm talking. It's just legging down. Get some snacks. Get a drink. Sit down. I really just think part of the reason some of this stuff is difficult to navigate is that we're on the front lines of just like a new regime, bro. The one tweet I want to show you as we get into the interview, I'm going to leave the stream with this tweet because I think this is the theme of what we've been talking about a lot, and it describes how I have just been feeling. Remember I did this rant yesterday about the Epstein shit? This tweet, I think. How it feels to return to your 9-to-5 after discovering the entire system is a CIA psyop and we are ruled by satanic pedos that eat babies and I still have to pay taxes. 240,000 likes. Quote tweet. Hundreds of thousands of likes on this. What are going to be the effects of so many people simultaneously losing faith in the collective societal contract? This sentence is what I was saying yesterday when I was just freaking out about the Epstein thing and I couldn't articulate exactly what I was feeling. It feels like the reason there is so much uncertainty in the market is you basically are getting hit with like 5 different things all at once. There is uncertainty in the elites in leadership that runs the country. There is uncertainty in the value of our currency and how other world powers view the dollar and its reserve status. There is uncertainty in the workplace, in your job security with AI. There's uncertainty with the existing class of tech giants and their standing in the world with the addition of AI. And all of these things are happening at the same time, fast, in public, in front of everyone's faces. And so crypto feels uncertain, but the world feels a little bit uncertain. And so I think one thing that like makes us feel a little bit, it doesn't make us feel better, but I use this analogy a lot. It's like, if you like fell off the bridge, you would feel better if your homie also fell off the bridge. You don't want to like fall off it alone. Your homie also falls. It's like, all right, like, fuck, I wasn't that retarded, you know? Like, the hole was like pretty big. And all markets are falling off the cliff at the same time right now. And so it isn't like the stock guys are getting hilariously rich and we're not. It's like everyone is kind of suffering, but the suffering is being masked by the S&P only off 1.5% from ATH. So I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh my God, like, how am I going to give this, how am I going to give our community the best content possible to be caught up in the market when I don't even really feel like I'm caught up in the market? But then I watch investing, and I watch the stock guys, and I watch the morning open, and I watch Kramer, and I watch these other guys, and everyone's kind of like just trying to take it in. And so I think at the very least, if nothing else for us, we're on the forefront of exploring and taking in what the fuck is happening. And when some more candles play out and there's more conclusions, we're there. We're in there like swimwear, baby. This is the time to get right with God. Yeah, by the way, it is. If you haven't been to church in a while, it's time to, hey, big guy, I know you haven't heard from me in a while, but Solana lost 90. Hey, big guy, I know you haven't heard from me in a while. I know it's been a while, but Bitcoin's testing 2021 ATH, and I've seen what you did for those silver guys. I heard about those Chinese grandmas. It's like, hey, boss man, he's about to lose 2K. So, all right, I'm gonna jump off for 30 seconds. I gotta piss really bad. I'm chugging water over here. When I come back, Mando is gonna come on. Who, look, I'm not saying he's better than us. I'm just saying he has a really good, adept understanding of some of the macro stuff that we are just learning. So I'm excited to bring him on. I'm excited to talk about it. I'll be back in, I don't know, 30 seconds. And when I come back, stick around for this one. Get a water, get a drink, sit tight. It'll be a good one, I promise. And I'll be back. Hey, let me ask you one question. Before I bring Mando on, be honest. Y'all think Sailor's scared right now or no? Like, genuinely, I know we do every morning. Are you sitting on one chair? And how many chairs are you sitting on? And your entire family gets in one airplane. Aren't you afraid? Aren't you convicted? When you use knives, copper knives, steel knives, aluminum. Bro, he's down $2.1 billion on a 2K candle. Be honest. You think Sailor is scared? You really don't think Sailor is scared right now? Are you sitting on one chair? It's like, well, brother, I got 2 chairs. You really don't think he's scared at all? Because I don't. I just think he's like a giga autist and he like can't even like process scare. Are you sitting on one chair? How many knives We have steel knives, wood knives, aluminum not. You know who is scared? That motherfucker Tom Lee is shitting himself. Good take, BB. I don't think Sailor is scared. That motherfucker Tom Lee is shitting his fucking pants, bro. Tom Lee is not built for it, bro. Tom Lee is in his office like, fuck my life. I gotta go on CNBC again. I was on last week. I gotta go on CNBC again. Tom Lee is seeing ghosts. Remember when Sam Darnold was playing the Patriots and he was like, I'm seeing ghosts? That motherfucker Tom Lee is seeing ghosts, bro. Sailor's on Claude, like, type me up AI image about me running the Boston Marathon. Sailor don't give a fuck. Tom Lee, woo! Get ready to learn crypto volatility, buddy. All right, Mando's coming out right now. Let's get it. Let's fucking go. Wait, hold on. Let me go full screen on you.
Hey, brother, how are you?
I am. Yeah, I fucked up this. What is this, Luke? Oh, there it is. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream, dude.
How are you? You're now in New York, right?
Yeah, I'm in New York, man. It's fucking 7 degrees, and I'm like, my net worth's down like 50% in a month.
What is that? Like a converted daycare? Which sort of crib have you got here?
This is it's like Zoomer meets 90s The Pits Wall Street is what we're going for.
And you sleep in that room, or is that like a no?
The studio. I'm about to be sleeping in it before long. You think Michael Saylor is scared right now?
Michael Saylor?
Yeah.
No, man, that guy has got a few screws loose, I think. I don't think he's scared by anything.
You really don't think he's scared at all?
I reckon Tom Lee's scared. I reckon Tom Lee's
pants, right?
Oh, for sure. But Michael Saylor just probably hasn't looked at the price of Bitcoin probably for the last 2 weeks. Clearly he doesn't with the prices that he buys it at. But yeah, there's something about that guy. When Epstein is saying this guy's
a freak, yeah.
A bit too crazy for me, like.
That was insane, by the way. That's my go. Epstein's like, get this guy away from me. I want nothing to do with him. He's too weird.
Yeah. So have you been? So you've moved to New York.
New York.
I haven't seen any articles from you, but are you becoming smarter? You think by being?
You know, there's like a first couple months of price down only. It becomes an article-driven timeline, and then the price gets so bad, the articles stop. It's just silence. And so I think
you're right. You're right. We've moved beyond the hey, I've got a really smart reason for why crypto is lower to just I cannot be associated with this asset anymore.
So I'm miserable. I hate my life, and we are where we are right now. And so, dude, I'm excited to bring you on. Like, I want to talk. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. Where market's dumping in real time. You know what's funny is I watch this guy admit investing every morning. He's like a stock guy. His market open 9:30 a.m. I watch him.
Okay.
And he's a pretty smart guy. He's like, I don't know, he's like the Rasmer of stocks, adjusted for IQ level. And adjusted for seriousness of the industry. And these stock guys are in shambles right now. I mean, they're really they're in shambles. They're losing their minds. SaaS companies are getting destroyed. S&P is what, 1.5% off ATH, but there's not that many places to hide right now. Even Sandus is down 15% today. Like, there's not that many places to hide. Crypto there's nowhere to hide, I guess, except for Hyperliquid is the only place people are hiding out. And I feel like the general theme right now across all markets is pure uncertainty. Like, everyone is uncertain and not really sure what is next. Like, what is your take on all markets right now and where we are from like a risk on, risk off, what happens next perspective? Like, are you scared right now?
Am I scared? No, I'm not scared, but I do think, I mean, this whole idea of like uncertainties at all-time highs, that, trust me, that is always the case for any sort of market. I do think AI makes it feel a little bit more like how it must have been in 2001, 2002 to trade. So I do think maybe it's adding a little bit more to the uncertainty, but there's always some form of uncertainty. If it's macro or if it's something else, the market gets caught up with one thing. Like, looking at the markets right now, I do think stuff looks a little bit precarious. I have to fucking say, like, lower highs on the NASDAQ and then breaking down. And that's the case for a lot of not just SaaS companies, right? For like the the Mag 7 too. I own Google. Like, at the start of this year, I
What just
took 2
happened to
weeks off.
Google?
I mean, it's down a little bit, but like it's still basically at all-time highs,
Yeah,
right?
it's-
Like Google will be the most valuable company in the world, in my opinion. But other than that, stocks look. I mean, Tesla doesn't look good with that breakdown. Nvidia's broken down.
Nvidia looks ready to fall off a cliff.
Yeah. So I'm not looking at that and going like they look like great buying opportunities to me. I haven't sold my Google yet because it's still kind of holding above some of these key levels. But if it was to break down below like 320, 315, I'd get out of the majority of that. But if you're in commodities, life's been fucking incredible.
So what do you make of that? What's happening with metals?
I don't know. Like, I guess I've come on these when I come on these shows. It's always you always have to give a narrative of what's happening, and I guess I don't really know what's driving that, apart from just like unbelievable Asian buying, which has been going on for a decade, and them selling treasuries to do it, and maybe the situation's spiraling a little bit in Japan with what's going on in rates. But all I can tell you is that I like to trade the thing that is like the number one thing in markets right now, and kind of ignore everything else. And right now, is kind of gold and silver and hype in crypto, right?
So you're trading gold and silver right now.
Yeah.
How
I've had since the start of this year. I had longs in Monero, Bitcoin, and in Monero, gold, and Google. Essentially, that's why I came back and bought, because they were all at all-time highs or breaking out to all-time highs. Monero broke out. I got out of it too early.
That was a weird one, though. It was like a scam. It
Yeah,
was literally a scam.
and I feel like I got lucky with what eventually happened with it. There's nothing else that looked like it was breaking out to all-time highs. And then, what was it? About a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, when HIP started to see insane volume, I was like, oh, I should buy some hype. And then Flood was just going wild on the timeline. So I was like, okay, I should really buy some hype. And then I caught that trade pretty well. But no, this is difficult. Like, everything is just smashing down to all time. Like, there is no support here. Like, there is no doubt in my mind that Bitcoin's going to the mid 60s, low 60s here, and ETH is gonna liquidate that guy at like 1,800, and Solana.
What's the position at 1,800?
There's that guy's bought like $1 billion.
It's not Gary.
No, there's another one. There's another
I'll
one.
have someone pull that.
And he's like, his liquidation level is 1,800, I think. If you have
they're
like that,
coming for that. They're coming for that.
They're coming for that. And then Solana, to me, looks like it just broke out of a multi-year support level, or is hanging out there. Like, what I would say is that we are at pretty low RSI levels for pretty much every major in crypto.
But we've been.
What that tells you is that when it does that final candle, the bounce will be really strong. You don't know when the final candle is going to happen, though. Like, I really don't like buying things because they've got low RSI, because you get like a horrific wick and then it like bounces. But any day you could see Bitcoin like bounce back up to 80K, but everything is, in my opinion, is getting smashed lower here.
So what do you think happened? Like, I don't know, Flood made this. I mean, we're grasping for any copium narrative we can find. I'm pulling individual tweets. I'm like, all right, this is our new cope. Flood had this tweet and he was like, I don't love, sort of predicting something will happen. This never happened before, but what if Bitcoin front runs equity weakness and, SPY dumps a couple percent and we've already done the dump? Like, if Nvidia does lose, Tesla loses, and we like leg down here on SPX, what do you foresee that happening? And then what happens to crypto? Like, how do you position here on what's impending?
Yeah, that could be the narrative. That could be.
It's a decent one.
What we've generally seen, though, is everything causes Bitcoin to dump recently. It's like gold rallies, we dump. Gold sells off, we dump. Stocks, like, we get affected by SaaS stocks, but not by some of the that Mag 7 hitting all-time highs. Like, there is an argument to be said, and this has happened on previous cycles, is that like crypto moves first. We've been moving first for a while here, like since June. So maybe we moved really far ahead of everyone else, and like maybe that dumps. I don't know. Like I feel like the crypto one. I just think we're going lower now. I think I'm a trader, right? So like I come in here tomorrow and say like, oh,
Yeah,
there's
of course.
a different narrative, but to me, it feels we broke through a lot of support levels now, and there's just air until this like mid 60s where we previously traded for a while, and I don't really see anything that's going to stop us from getting to that sort of level.
Do you have a price at which you back the truck up and you fire real money at BTC? I know it changes based, you get there, it's different, environment, conditions matter, but
yeah, I think if it went to the mid 60s, I'd nibble on it. I don't like catching a falling knife because I think shit can just get horrific on a way down. I do like hype, and I do think that trade has suddenly become very crowded. And I took some off of that trade yesterday, and then it rallied back up today, but it's hit a lower high. Part of me thinks that that's got a good dump in it, like
I feel that I'm in the trade too.
people are going to get liquidated because it's the one thing that
I keep saying this. I feel like there's a lot of weak longs that are hiding in hype right now.
Of course, because it's the only thing that rallied.
Hiding.
And it's very concentrated already as a coin, right? You know that on the way down, like one guy comes to sell and it's like, fuck. So I actually think that as we dump, I'd look to buy hype. It hasn't really dumped on the last couple of days, but I don't know. I have a sneaking suspicion I'll be able to buy it below 30 again. And I think that would be a really nice trade.
On the Bitcoin thing, I thought we would have some sort of serious reaction at Sailor entry 75.5 or whatever. I really thought we were going to have some sort of reaction. There's nothing. It didn't even try to put in a candle. And I mean, the next level is what, 69, 21 ATH?
Yeah, that would be a key level, I think. That's why right now, I don't think it's a great time to short, except maybe ETH or Sol. And even those, I think it's a little bit.
Yeah.
You're looking at like a 4% move before a bounce. And because we just spoke about how low the RSIs are, the bounce could be like pretty decent and you just get wiped out. So like I would really wait for strength and then sell. But that's from me who doesn't really have a huge amount of positions. If I'm in the market right now and I own these things, yeah, I do think it's going to touch that level pretty soon.
So you've been trading hype and metals. Where are you on position with metals right now? And do you think that will continue to be a trade? It doesn't look great. I don't think it looks great.
I've been buying a lot of gold. Still buying a lot of gold.
Spot,
I don't really love
or you're trading leverage?
Both. I don't really love the silver trade as much, if I'm honest. I just think that trade. But gold just feels like it's. I like things breaking out to all-time highs constantly, and it had a really nice little wick down. And I don't really see a world where that goes lower. Like I can't paint myself a picture where that goes lower.
Really?
Like if stocks dump here, maybe we get candle weakness. Like we wick down to like 4.4 or 4.3K. But I think gold will go higher in that world. And the Japan situation is not getting better.
Can you break that down? The Japan situation and its implications?
Yeah, sure. So Japan has suddenly now started to see inflation and bond yields are going higher. And Japan has about 300% debt to GDP ratio. Like the only real solution to this will be massive monetary support of its economy. And for a long time, we didn't have any of that. So, and what basically means you're going to see weakness in the yen. And they've been protecting it so far by selling their treasury holdings to prop up the yen. But if I'm sitting there in Japan right now, I'm sitting there going like, wow, like my currency is about to become a lot less valuable. And this is also kind of what's happening in China too, to be honest. But they, as an economy, are way more gold bugs than they are Bitcoin, right? Like they if you can buy gold, retail prices for gold in Asia are generally much higher than they are across the rest of the world, but particularly in Japan. So I think there's a huge amount of money going in there, and I also think there is part of this like loss of US hegemony for some of the other countries. So
So you think
yeah,
Japan is like pending a currency crisis and they're fleeting the yen to buy gold?
Yeah, I think they've been doing that pretty obviously, but I also think that that's happening in China too, and that may be partly that, but also it might be partly just a lack of faith in the US anymore, and we're going to move to a gold-backed system. So I think that is accelerating, and I think, yeah, again, my way of trading is just to distill all markets into what is the thing that is the thing breaking out to all-time highs in this current trend, and just focus on that. And when it breaks down, fine, but you don't have to be in it. But to me, I don't see those trends really reversing for gold right now. I
How
think gold.
substantial is, because we don't really cover this at all, the
Yeah.
Japan and Chinese currency and their moves, like how important and impactful would it be to continue to track that? And like what should you be looking for?
Probably just the Japanese 10-year bond yield.
Japanese 10-year bond?
Would be the best way to look at it, and that hits. Yeah, it just keeps. I mean, if you
The
bring a
bonds
chart
go,
up,
the yield ripping on that, and you're like, okay, long gold.
that means
Basically.
bonds go. That
Yeah.
means the bond price is going lower, but the
Yeah.
yield is going higher.
Yep.
Yeah, that is soaring, like 30, 40-year highs on most.
Really? So the harder it pumps, the worse it is, and the more you fucking
Yeah.
want gold and potentially Bitcoin. Did some of those flows theoretically come to Bitcoin? You would imagine at some point, yes, right? But the answer is obviously overwhelmingly no at the moment.
Yeah, this whole like rotation trade, I do think it could save us, but I don't. It hasn't so far. Like I agree in what Flood was saying, that we could see like a rotation away from stocks and from a currency crisis. When we've had this sort of shit before, you cannot think of a better pitch for Bitcoin than the Japanese economy essentially blowing up, or the currency blowing up, not the economy.
Nice one.
There's a reason why stocks are hitting all-time highs there as well, because like people are expecting massive stimulus. So I think
Oh wow, it is flying. Oh my god.
Yeah. So the case there would be that, yeah, we should, like, fuck me, fiat is so dead, you have to own Bitcoin. But right now, that economy, I think, just goes and longs mainly gold at the moment.
So this Japanese 10-year broke out from like what 2006 ATH in like
it's been going.
So you could have long like in December of 25. So you could have just fired gold on that ATH break and you would be up a lot.
It's been going for a while. Like it's been going for the last 3 or 4 years, but it really accelerated in the last few months.
You could have bought gold 4K, I guess, on the ATH break.
June, really, which is when like Bitcoin hit its all-time high. Like that's been that real acceleration. And I don't think that's kind
and so how much of the because by the way, I love the way that you trade with the hyper focus and a couple things. How much of the metals run is like how much can you deduct in capital fleeting from US assets, US exposure, US risk, US treasuries, US bonds versus Japan and China?
Yeah, so I think part of it is what you said before, like there's a lot of hiding going on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hiding going on because shit is really bad and people are getting caught up in some of these sort of trades. And that really felt like it was happening in like some of the other metals, I feel like.
Yeah.
Gold is like a different sort of trade for me. So like I never really got involved in the silver trade because it felt very meme commodity, right? Like it was like, fuck me, like all the boys are in fucking silver. Whereas gold, I feel like has got a bit more of a, if gold dumps 20%, I'm shoving like in a big way.
Short on silver.
No. If gold dumps,
longs on gold. Yeah. Okay.
If silver does, you kind of feel like, oh god, like that one guy who was in my fucking group chat,
that retard,
who was buying silver's probably got liquidated. I don't think silver will hit a new all-time high before gold does. Let me put it that way.
Interesting.
I think silver has that sort of feeling of like people who are FOMOing at 105 and like probably nursing a little bit, whereas gold I think is just like a longer term.
I mean, I feel like the PA of silver basically tells you that it's just retail mania. Like gold is getting some insane flows, and then like there's all these like Joe Weisenthal was posting all these like excerpts of these like Chinese grandmas are basically just like piss aping silver. I mean, because you can't. How do you do a minus 40? Gold's not doing minus 40% in a day. I know it's too big for that theoretically, but minus 40 in a day is insane on silver. $6 trillion asset to do that.
Yeah.
That's just like retail speculation bubble, right?
Yeah, but it was always kind of like it just had a parabolic run up. So like everyone's like, oh, it's a massive, but that was also crazy on the way up. I think silver's going to go higher. I'm not saying that I think that trade will go higher. I just think that right now, after like a parabolic run like that, you get like a big liquidation. You can buy it for like it going back to like 100-ish, but I don't think it's going to hit all-time highs. Whereas I think gold is, if stocks dump now, I think silver dumps.
Okay, so what do you do right now if you're a crypto guy? Like, what do you just pick God spots?
I'm buying XAUT, PAXG, buying gold, and I bought some hype. I got that trade well, but I am largely out of that trade right now. So that was a good trade. And just picking your spots. What I do think is a fucking incredible time to be a trader. Like, I don't necessarily agree with like, oh no, there's so much uncertainty. Like, that's so bad. Like, fuck, that's great.
Because
that's
volatility.
Yeah, there's so much shit that will move here. You'll get amazing moves. I love that. So it's boring when nothing's happening. Right now, if fucking Nvidia drops 40%, like that's amazing. How old are you?
24.
Thank God Nvidia is going to drop like that much. Like you need these sort of times. Otherwise you're going to miss out on, like, you're buying things at all-time highs. Like, this is great. This is fucking incredible. There'll be amazing trades off the back of this if this ends up being a big trade.
If we do leg down here hard on, I feel like a lot of things are edging to SPX taking a fucking leg down. Now TBD how far Trump, and then we'll let it go. If we do leg down, like, what are you mentally thinking about preparing for, and how do you trade it when it starts to go?
Those assets which I mentioned before.
Yep.
So I think you can get liquidation wicks on these sort of moves, as we've seen. And in crypto right now, I mean, I've said this the last few times I've come on this show, but I much prefer apps to chains.
I fully agree.
I'm fully parroting what Anson was saying 2 years ago, but I bought into it when he first said it, and I continue to think that, like, as we move to that sort of a way of valuing things, I think that apps have a very clear value proposition, and there's not that many L1s that do, or even definitely not L2s. So, but obviously Bitcoin's going to be in that bag. Like, it'd be something that I'd look at on a big dip. But hype is obviously in that sort of world as well. And then, maybe ETH, but like, I think it's going to go. I think it's going to test that low it hit in April.
And so are you ready to slam like Nvidia, Tesla, things like this if we lose that lower band?
If stocks really sell off, I would, to be honest, the stock that I really like is Google. I don't really know if I love that many of the other Mag 7, because I think it's nailing several bits of the AI trade, and I think they're just crushing it on product too.
Yeah, what's your Google thesis? Why is it going to be the most valuable company in the world?
Well, it makes its own chips, and which is unlike most of the other Mag 7, apart from NVIDIA, and it makes really good chips. It has this insane cash flow business, so that like it only trades at 26 times earnings, and that business is just a cash machine. And then on AI product, it's like the DeepMind guys who won a Nobel Prize for protein folding 2 years ago, turned around a week ago and put out essentially the first round of a world building tool from the same.
That's the same. We
lab.
use it on stream. It's insane.
Right. So it's the
Roblox
same. Roblox
dumped like 20%, bro.
Right. So it's the same lab that won the Nobel Prize for protein folding. So it's this guy, Demis Hassabis, who's like just a fucking genius, like literally the smartest guy in AI, in my opinion. and he runs DeepMind and runs all their major models, and I think he's just way better than everyone else.
What's his name?
So Demis Hassabis, or
Okay, thank you.
I think I'm saying it right, but
Sounds
he's a. I think I came on the show, maybe spoke about him before.
Maybe.
Like this guy's got a good. No, I think who I spoke about last time I came on the show was Druckenmiller, right?
Yes, we went on a whole rabbit hole on that, by the way. Thank you.
Demis Hassabis also go down the rabbit hole. This guy's a fucking genius.
We'll do it right when you get off.
Like, chess prodigy, went to Cambridge, I think at like 16, then went to go work in gaming. He built like Roller Coaster Tycoon, I think, if you play that game.
Oh, really?
And a few other like games, like open world games. And then he got he made a company called DeepMind, which was then bought by Google for like $400 million.
Okay.
And then became the top product guy at Google, essentially, for all their AI. But he became famous because he was part of a bunch of documentaries around like AlphaGo, if you've ever seen that documentary. But then he won a Nobel Prize 2 years ago for the protein folding stuff. And now he runs their world building stuff. His background is in world building. So like what you could see from Google here is like insane.
Dude, I'm just going to say, this might be like super cringe, but I watched the trailer for that world builder that they posted. And then we tried it on stream, and I almost cried. It was like, have you tried it?
I haven't tried it yet.
Dude, I signed up for the subscription, $150 a month or something. Got a few Twitch subs and just ripped it. And it's so incredible. You could type a character, type a world, and you're in it in 10 seconds, and you're running around. It's like so incredible what this thing is. The coolest product I've ever seen, probably ever.
And I know it's like a really obvious thing that everyone always says, but like this is the worst it will be. Like this is the first generation of a model like that, and they are gonna fucking cook, right? They are gonna cook. And people are like, oh, this won't replace games just yet. Like this guy's from that world. He's not Sam Altman. This guy's from a world of building computer games. His number one focus is to do this. You ever watch interviews with him? He's like, I want to build this. He's much more realistic about the future of AI. Like he's not trying to give you like crazy valuations. He doesn't think AGI is coming for like 3 to 5 years, and sees lots of issues with current AI. But in terms of product that people will use, I'm not saying he's like the Steve Jobs of AI, but like he's very good at fucking product.
By the way,
he's going to build products that you will want to use it, and also not just that, like B2B style products as well.
On the Druckenmiller topic, this is my favorite book right now. You read this?
Oh wow, you're really going back.
I'm in there, bro. Look at that shit. That's a Mont Blanc pen, by the way. I'm in there.
Yeah.
So good. The question I want to ask you, like, okay, I have like 2 more topics for you. Are you like into this Claude Code thing or no? Claude
a little bit. I've used it to do my newsletter a little bit, but I have to say, like, I've had mixed results. Okay. Like some days I'm like, oh, this is really good, and some days I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not there.
I'm pretty pilled on it, but
or the AI at this stage.
I'm pretty pilled on it. Definitely pilled on. This is the worst it will ever be. But you look. So I did this today, like before stream. I went on TradingView. Claude Code released February 24th, 2025, and we marked that spot on the chart, and we went through every SaaS company, especially these like CRM, sales type of companies, anything marketing related. And it's carnage, bro. It's like utter destruction. And so my question for you on the AI thing is like, all of these SaaS companies are getting like blown. Basically, so many companies are getting blown out off the fear of AI, but the AI isn't that good yet. And there's all these promises of this like massive wealth creation. But right now it's mostly just companies getting wiped out, and then flows to like the biggest, right? Like the NVIDIAs of the world catch all of the flows. How does this trade evolve, and what do you do with SaaS basically? Like, is this an interesting sector to you? Are you trade like AI apps on the top end? Like, what is interesting, and how does that play out?
No, to be fair, I think Claude Code is really good at smashing SaaS tools. Like we even for some of the companies that we use, like we've essentially managed to replicate some of the SaaS tools that we were paying for before. particularly anything that has like public APIs to some form of data, and it was really just a SaaS tool which organized that data and made it easier. Like we have built that for two different things in the companies that I've built, and they are good, just as good as the products we were using.
You stopped
before.
using the products.
Yeah, we stopped using the product. So that tells you that is real. What it isn't as good at is like what I was using the newsletter for, which is like real time updating of information and data and like forming views. I haven't found Claude Code that good on that. And I've seen in the last few days that like Elon's trying to hire for trading of crypto and all this sort of stuff. I think like real time data analysis and actions is actually not what it's great at. Okay. I think it's very good at like identifying a problem and a fix to that exact problem, which can be repeated. And sometimes you can make that repetition better and better and better, which is kind of what I've seen before. Like even just to give a little bit of Frank, but even Frank's tool was like, he saw something, built a tool, and then was just like refining it to make it slightly better and better and better. But like for it to like be real time updating and like understanding trends, we're not at that level yet. And that's kind of what I needed for my tool. So it's good at some stuff. It's just not good at some other stuff. But if you're not using it right now, I do think you're going to be left behind. And yeah, the SaaS stuff is real for sure.
It's cooked. Yeah. Like even I mean like Duolingo, some of these stocks are like, follow up on it is how real do you think the crypto AI agentic commerce thesis is that all of these agents, I mean, I'm ready to give this fucking thing a wallet. So how real do you think is that everyone's going to use it for finance, which I think everyone is going to use it for finance. If you use it for your social life, your relationships, your personal life, workouts, it's going to assist you in finance. But how real is it that every agent is going to have a crypto wallet and USDC, a Phantom wallet and USDC on chain, and they're going to be doing, blockchain transactions back and forth to tokenized assets. Do you think this is like a real savior narrative for us on chain, or is it just circa 2024 part 2?
Yeah, it was interesting when that first developed, because part of me was like, oh my God, everyone's going to start using it on, like this AI agents means everyone's going to start trading on chain. The other bit of it was actually the way that Anthropic, like Claude works, is it actually just takes over your fucking PC.
Yeah, it takes over your PC.
So like if you're logged into your bank, you could
just running it. Yeah.
You can run it on that. So it was interesting to see like the level of acceptance that if this thing's going to make me money, I'll sign over literally every single thing about my life to this thing. On the collective, I'm going to complain that this isn't right, but like individually, I'm just going to give it fucking everything, and you're going to cook for me. And I think that's human nature, right? Like if you think it can make you $100 a day, $1,000 a day, like fuck it, like give it everything. So I think that's going to go out the window. So, but does that mean more crypto? I think that these agents work a little bit better with crypto, and like particularly on the agentic side for trading right now, there's not really an app
it's not
better than Hyperliquid for like trading this sort of stuff than like in the TradFi world. So yeah, I think that is going to be a big thing. I don't know. I'm still just unclear about whether that means higher L1 prices or not.
I think
this whole the medium term narratives that I see right now in crypto are that we're kind of being slightly exposed with how we were valuing some of this stuff before you could trade everything on chain. And then when it's side by side, it's like, well, this valuation doesn't, we let in TradFi and suddenly the valuations need to make sense with TradFi and they don't. And that seems like something that is like slightly cooking us. And then the quantum thing feels like something that's going to be with us for a while. I don't think it's something that is, I was reading the other day that it's like 100, is it qubits they measure this stuff in?
I think so.
Yeah, qubits, like the Google ones are like 100, and we need to be at thousands or hundreds of thousands or maybe even millions.
Let's go with millions.
To crack different parts of, like we are, and it's really even unreliable at the levels that Google has it at. So I think we are still like years and years away from all that, but it's like Bitcoin hurts the environment. You know, it's one of these things that like doesn't go away, and because no one fucking understands it,
You can't do much about it.
it's something that everyone's going to like bash crypto with for a long time. So I actually think that's like a dangerous one. I think it's a dangerous one that will be with us and
It's
probably only get louder.
it is like Tezos is bad for the environment. Kind
It
of.
is.
Yeah.
It's just bad for the environment, and we still remember that.
It's such a bad one. It's like, AI is like using water. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Okay, the last thing I like desperately want your take on, as someone, as a man that is well cultured in many facets of life, it's like a difficult topic to navigate. So feel free to deflect or go about it however you want. But genuinely curious, what do you think the long-term implications on America and specifically markets are going to be of this Epstein fallout? Yeah, lock in for this one.
Lock in.
And I sort of am asking it from this follow-up of the uncertainty topic. Like, does this lead to this rapid distrust of, I don't know, American elites, the American economy, that like everyone that runs this country is basically involved in this satanic sex ring of sorts? I don't know. Do you have a take on this?
Can I ask, like, and what are the summaries that you saw from that? Because it's one of these things where like I saw a lot of bits of emails, but I didn't really get like a summary of everything apart from like sensationalist stuff. Is the main thing that like Bill Gates was involved?
It's just like the list is just so substantial. The Bill Gates and Elon. It's just like anyone that matters is like, was there? Elon is like begging to go. Like, yeah. It's just the vol. It's a numbers game. The volume is astounding.
I don't think it will have a big impact. Basically, is what my take is. Unless you think, I think Trump's approval rating is going down quite a lot, right? And I think part of that is like a mixture of this and just second term sort of stuff. But this is definitely not helped. I think we can see like maybe a rejection in the US. I still think the Republicans are going to win the next like election.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I think the MAGA, I think Republican counter trade has topped really fast, made a lower high, and it's snapping back. Like, dude, I'm talking to these girls, and they're like, you don't like Trump, right? I'm like, fuck, It's like.
But you're in New York.
Yeah, that's true. And I was in California before, but definitely a lower high on the GOP.
Oh, for sure. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I still think that they'll win. Maybe. Okay, so the original question was, do I think Epstein is going to be a big deal? I think at this point, Epstein is going to be one of these figures in like 20, 30 years. It's going to be like JFK. It's going to be like, it's still relevant. There's still going to be crazy shit that gets
no one really knows.
No one really knows. It's the thing is only going to grow about him, and people will spend their lives looking into all of this. So I don't think we've topped on Epstein. Let me put it that way. I think this is a train that keeps fucking going. Yeah, I mean, fucking hell, like the morals of rich people are not high. I don't know if you've like met these billionaires, but you have to be fucking psychotic at times to get to that level of wealth. So, dude, power.
I convinced myself that the greater the Epstein files fallout, the more bullish it is for Bitcoin on this counter trade, make it outside of the system. But Bitcoin only correlates to bad stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think Bitcoin sold off because of that. Like, I think we were all just trying to find a reason to sell off, and it just makes you feel more depressed about life that sort of shit is going on. I didn't know if I knew that much new though, other than like, a bunch of politicians were clearly fucking involved in this shit.
Basically, yeah.
It looks pretty fucking dodgy, but yeah, I think this is just speaks to how power is at those sort of high circles. It's before social media, right? It was before people thought they could get caught on this shit, and then now they can.
I can't believe how much is in writing on Gmail.
Yeah,
I mean, that's insane. He's on fucking raw dog an email. It's crazy. Subject lines and everything.
I was fucking surprised by the OpenAI Elon shit. How much of that was recorded, right? Like,
I know. What are you guys doing? Yeah.
it's wild to me. Like, come on, guys. Like,
I know.
if you don't fucking do illegal shit, like, get your act together here. Like, don't be fucking recording every conversation that you
Yeah,
have.
Signal with 24-hour auto clear, you know?
Yeah, bro.
Also, you see Kyle Samani step down from Multicoin?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, to like 30 minutes ago.
Great trade, man.
They're down 850 million. No, not forward, but Multicoin.
Okay, well, to be fair, I have to give him his flowers. He did cook on a few really big trades. He cooked on Sol. He cooked on Sui.
They're down $800 million though, to be fair. But I agree with you.
He got a lot of face work, and then seemingly has topped himself.
You think he did? He had to have, right?
Sure. Have you seen this guy?
He's a looker though. He is. He's a looker. No, he gets to the camera and I fucking button my shirt up, you know?
Kyle Samani 2020. I want to see what this guy looked like in 2020. Bruh. The changes here are wild.
I mean, that's how you raise the big bucks, right?
Yeah, definite face work.
Yeah. Like on the nose or the cheeks, or what do you think?
Yeah, I think I'm putting some. These are different people. I've said it to you on Telegram, but.
Thank you. Let me see. Oh wow, yeah. This is very insightful as always, Mando. Okay, give us
definite jaw work.
Yeah, the clavicular double jaw. You think?
Oh, for sure. He's been doing some looks maxing.
Give us like a sign off of what we should pay attention to, where we should be watching, what we should be looking at, and I don't know how the next couple weeks play out. Like, I don't know. You got any sauce?
I would kind of say what I said before. Like, stop being so dimmerous. Just like be fucking cheering that everything's about to drop a lot. If it does drop, that's amazing. That's fucking incredible for you. Like, at your time you obviously own Bitcoin. So, and I think you have some other cash away from that, but your ability, which isn't going to drop like 50%, but if stuff starts dropping, you'll be able to move into that and pick up some fucking insane trades. So I think it's a time of massive opportunity. Look at the stuff that's really strong right now that would sell off in a wick, like we've seen.
I like that. Theoretically, if you had 80% and some change of your net worth in Bitcoin spot, what would you do right now? You just bite the bullet.
Wait for a hype dump and go for it. Like, it was the other day when Bitcoin like smashed through 80K and hype dumped to like 27. And it was like, you just knew that everyone was sitting there going like, fuck, like, I need to buy this. It's the one fucking safe bit. Like, there will be other times like that where I don't think hype is the buy right now, but I think that's a buy. I think gold will probably maybe have a wick like that. There'll be other assets like that which look like, oh my God, this is a great asset which is just getting smoked by the fucking move in the world right now. Google will be another one. I don't know. Maybe Amazon is all right, but maybe fucking SanDisk. Like, maybe we're just fucking waiting for that to drop like 40% on a wick. So I think this could be a really good time of liquidations for the next 2 weeks, and that is a massive opportunity. So don't be, in some ways, don't look for the asset right now. Like, if you're doing these streams, don't be like, oh, this is the thing I should buy right now. Like, no. Like,
let it come to you.
You're catching a falling knife, and I just said I don't think it's time to short necessarily, because we're at 72 and we're probably gonna go to 69 and then bounce it even a little bit. But like, wait for that moment and then buy.
Last question, because they want the clip. Someone said this would be a good clip. Further, and you can just lead after this. Further explain why young people should be happy about significant market drops. It's a good one.
Because they're fucking young. You're young. Everything's been smashed to all-time highs by boomers and millennials, and now you get a shot to get in, and Nvidia down like 40%. Bitcoin's down $50,000. It's probably going to go down another, 10. Like, these are fucking insane times for you to get involved in trades. So I think depending on your age, and you might live to being fucking 120 plus, right? Like, own these moments, own these fucking moments when markets all get liquidated and things go down. These are incredible times for somebody with that much trading still to do. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Ah, Mando. What we needed today, man. You're the fucking GOAT, dude. Anything else you want to say?
No. Love the streams. Is there a window?
Can you see it or no? I'm not supposed to say this publicly. It's a TV, but it's showing like New York City,
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah. Like I could theoretically turn it off to show you, but then it's like they built it weird, so the antenna's like in the back, so it's hard to turn on and off.
We're sponsoring your boy Razmir.
Congrats.
We finally got that. I think the market sold off, and he suddenly came back in the chat and was like, "Yo, guys, this deal's still on."
The counter.
He literally said today, "I can start ASAP." I messaged KB. I was like, "I think he's been liquidated, bro."
The counter rally on
I've never seen someone move this quickly to get a sponsorship.
The counter rally on Rasmus stock to ATH is going to be biblical. That's a big get, dude. That's a big time get. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. I'll be on his stream soon.
Good luck.
Anyone else? Every CT influencer needs a casino deal that thought you were above it. Reach out, guys.
I'll tell you what, Mando. Things are really dark when I give you a call. If you see me with the casino deal, Bitcoin is 50K and dropping fast.
I'll see you soon, brother. I'll see you soon.
Godspeed, man.
All right, man. All the best.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm actually crying. That was so funny. That was really funny. That was really good. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, wait, should we hold on? I mean, we have to look up. Dude, he should come on like multiple. He should come on once a week. He actually should. Damn, I might have to get that low key. Is it a double jaw, you think? I mean, he's a looker for sure. Like he has clean ass physiognomy, I'm not gonna lie. He does have good physiognomy. Straight up. So is that just like getting lean? A clean ass, he says. I don't know. All right, let's look at the market. Let's look at the market. By the way, so what do you think of this stream? My takeaway from Mando, which I think is great takeaway, is like you don't have to fucking have a. The more I learn, like the less I learn. The more I learn from these smart traders is that you don't have to have like Thicky said this as well. You don't have to have a view on what is going to happen over the mega trend over the next year. It's what is hot. It's mega church, bro. It's mega church. What is hot right now, and what can we trade right this moment, and whatever happens, fucking happens. I think this is why most of the best traders I know sit in cash. Could you leak your YouTube RPMs? How much I make from YouTube? I make nothing from YouTube. The best traders I know just sit in cash, bro. Like, Thicky was talking about this today in his Telegram. He says, not gonna lie, it feels good to see all these pompous Bitcoin holders eat a D. Thoughtlessly believing in something should always get punished. I don't fully agree with that because I think few times in life, it's relatively public. It's 2,000 people here. I think like few times in life you get gifted a. I mean, I don't know. I'm 24, so I don't know about like how many times this will happen. But you get gifted like a formative, like I don't know, like a fun to be on the front lines of like a fundamental technological shift. I think Bitcoin is one of those. And so I believe that you should aimlessly sit in some amount of BTC. Because if you're really trying to fall upwards, and especially as a young person, it's like you need these outsized returns to really like directionally shoot upwards. And I think BTC is one of those things, but it raises a fair question, which is like, it's a lot harder to be right over a really long time frame, I think, than to just follow the trend. You know, it's hard for me to say who's going to be the best team in the NBA in 5 years, but I can tell you the best team is this year, or I can get pretty close. And I don't know if that's like a good analogy, but I don't know. Oftentimes when I get these really, really, really high-end traders, like the best of the best traders on stream, they're cash guys. They sit in cash and they take spot. That's what I think that's what the best are doing. They sit in cash and they take spots. And so it's like, why do we need... I don't know. Why do I need to know what AI impact is going to have on SaaS over the next 2-3 years when we could just trade what's in front of us? And yeah, we probably could have just traded gold and silver without like freaking out about what's going to happen. By the way, I like him shooting down the uncertainty take. Because I think that there is uncertainty, but it's extra uncertain if we're trying to nail the next 2 years of trades, right? Like, I don't know. Yeah, that's uncertain, trying to fucking nail the next, whatever happens over the next 2 years. I'm curious what the sentiment of this is. Nah, nothing really. You think they're doing this on purpose? Like using this is on purpose. This is dirty journalistic. This is dirty journalism. No? They're doing this shit on purpose, huh? That's crazy, CoinDesk. Wow. That's cold as actual fuck. Oh, fuck my life. I just leaked some shit now. That's cold as fuck. Wow. Oh my God. They're foul. They're actually foul for that. That's insane. That's dirty. That's very dirty. You might as well just use the one that he posts, right? That's dirty. By the way, do you agree with this? Think you had to take that being a Republican was a crazy, like being right leaning in America was a huge counter rally that like snapped the upper band from 2022 maybe to 2020 to like now. Definitely a lower high. Definitely a lower high, bro. Definitely to the normal person in America, lower high for sure. So as it stands now, then Bitcoin is here. This doesn't look like a bottom. I mean, we're coming for this level. I think it might not be tomorrow. It might not be in the next week, but we're coming for this level for sure. And I think Mando's generally right on this. It makes me think with some level of uncertainty, like what am I supposed to do on BTC? I have 80% of my net worth in BTC. Like, do I have the conviction in the balls if Bitcoin wicks to 69, hype goes to 22 to just rotate? Like, do I have the balls to do that? You know, I actually find that one of the mistakes I think I made in trading is I had this magical Bitcoin number in my head that I had to hit because I believed if I hit this number of Bitcoin, I'd be rich forever. And while I think I will be rich forever, I'm so bloated in BTC that I can't really make the dick on the table shove at things that I want. And so because I can't do that, because I'm so overweight in this one asset, because I can't do that, I am sort of like destined to chop. Like I'm sort of destined to chop on these smaller positions that I oversize with too much leverage or I think too hard about because I don't have that much liquid. It's a weird spot. If you think about it, it's a weird spot. Like being overweight an asset, even if you believe it in your soul, is almost fundamentally denounces your ability to be a nimble and quality trader. If you really think about that. Like I sort of found myself in this spot where I made the money by being all in cash. Trading and aggressively selling. Trading and aggressive, like 2025, I was trading and aggressively selling. And then I hit the number and I made the move on BTC and I fucking shoved it, dude. I shoved it. And I shoved it low. I shoved it at like 80K, caught the move to 125. Well, there was obviously stuff to outperform. I think it's generally hard to outperform Bitcoin in a long time frame. Short term, definitely. Long term, harder. I made the move. I went for the shove. But yeah, it's a weird spot to be in where you're like really bloated in one asset that is not really moving that much. So it makes it interesting. Here's one thing I fundamentally disagree with. If you're wondering why Bitcoin is down, is people confused why crypto is in decline, don't realize crypto's always been a casino, and now that casino is facing massive competition, now that gambling is legal and ubiquitous. Fundamentally disagree with this as a human. Crypto in the on-chain world, until there are massive changes into society, is the best and greatest casino ever, still to this day. The fact that this can happen... Oh no, I leaked my... This can't happen anywhere else. I know it's down, but this... You don't get to do this anywhere else. You don't get to do this anywhere else. I'm sorry, you don't. You don't get to do this anywhere else. You don't do that on www.stake.com. Give me a fucking break. Okay, give me a fucking break. So... I guess we'll see what happens here. With this. We have to see what happens here with this. We're really going to watch this one close. We're not going to catch a falling knife on this, although I think that we like this. We're not going to catch a falling knife on this, but this will have its day again. I believe that it will. This is in a brutally weird spot until further notice. Everything in here I don't really care about, except maybe this will have its time again. Maybe one day this has its time. And then I guess we just have to watch this, man. Does anyone have an active metals position? By the way, I'm just going to say that the more I talk to the best traders in the world, also, the more confidence I have in our ability to just navigate the macro. I just have, like, confidence in our ability to navigate macro. Because I don't think that we need to understand, like, this is one of the reasons I'm very hesitant to bring these macro schmacro guys on to talk about 19 different fucking theories and theses as to why things are. Because, I think the more we I think it's so easy to get ahead of your skis and try to think about a million things that we now think about zero. It's like it gets so overwhelming that every macro guy has two different ideas. They have no clue what's going on. I think it's a lot easier to just like fucking pigeonhole ourselves into a couple things. I just don't know where yet in energy. What are the biggest energy stocks? Let me ask my what is the best direct exposure to energy stocks? The one thing I do want to talk about before we go though is SAS for just a minute. Even if it's just for a minute, I want to cover it. What's the best? What do you have energy wise? What's the best energy exposure and why? I think gold is the best energy stock. That's actually a fun take. I asked my Claude bot. Let's look at some tickers. All right. Okay, it likes XOM. ExxonMobil. Whoa. Jesus. How big of a range? How big of a? Wow. Whoa. Wow. Okay, let's do this. Create new list. Energy. Add. What else? Uranium. This is a weird chart, huh? It's crazy. This is 2009. This is a weird chart. What are the best energy ETFs? CVX is Chevron. Wait, watch this. If you went like this, side by side, on the weekly, this looks like the same chart to me, right? One just hasn't gone yet, huh? It's the same chart. Started ranging in 2022 October. Started ranging in March 2022. It's the same chart to a T. So let us add this CVX, Chevron. XLE is just like ETF for energy, I think. That's the same chart too. Look at this shit. XLE. Look at this. These are the same chart. Look at this. Number one, July 22 starts ranging. Then breaks top of the range, 20%. Number two, hasn't broken it yet, but wants to. And then number three is the ETF. What else? VDE is Vanguard's. Vanguard Energy ETF. Same chart. I guess these are the same thing fundamentally, right? Same thing. Same chart. Can we not have these stream titles? I don't even know what the title is. What else is it like? COP. ConocoPhillips. What? I don't even know. I have no idea what the title even is of the stream. I don't even know. What is the title? The honest truth about markets and what to buy. This is same, I guess. COP. What is it? COP? ConocoPhillips. Same chart, kind of. Interesting. What else? ICLN is what? Clean energy ETF. Ooh, that doesn't look good. Clean energy ETF. Solar specific is TAN. How's solar right now? Y'all got solar on your house or no? Ooh, these are the same chart, huh? Okay, wait. Let's ask Claude. What percent of the energy ETF? Actually, let me just ask this. Yo, what percent of the energy ETF, I guess XLE, is made up by Exxon, XOM? Nice. Solar cool. It's not as bad. Yeah, I don't know really anything about energy actually at all. I know about on-chain. Why did you tweet about X402? Or is that a joke? X402 is our payment agentic commerce vehicle. Also, I guess copper, right? For energy, if we're long energy, we're long copper. Is that true? You see they're adding live streams to the bags token. Why would that affect me? Let's see. That's copper. XOM is 23%. Jesus. CVX is 17%. What happened to our list? It's gone. Didn't we just make a new list for energy? It's gone. Wow, that's sad. Did we not just make a new list? Am I fucking tripping? I guess I'm tripping. How's metals? Copper. Yeah, that's crazy. I feel like I would have long. You could like in theory you would have longed this and gotten wiped, but then I guess you could have relonged this. I would have gotten wiped out. This is a bit kind of a brutal drawdown, huh? If you relonged this ATH break, which is significant, it's like really a breakout of like 20 years. You would have first had to go down. This trading shit is not easy, bro. You would have first had to go down 25%. That's rough. That's no joke. That's a serious snap. Honestly, you would have had to have really stomach some volatility. Bitcoin, yeah, look terrible. Hyperliquid, not, yeah. I think, yeah. I mean, we're going lower. We are. I think we're going lower. But the real question was, Bitcoin have his best day in 4 years tomorrow. Why would that happen? Just like you hope. I can hope it does too. Here's the last thing I want to do real quick today.
Like, look,
is on the topic of agentic commerce, and maybe I'll save it for us to do a longer segment on tomorrow. But I don't know, man. I'm getting like excited about this. I don't know if I'm wrong, but this is Mark Andreessen, founder of A16Z, who on multiple occasions has come out and they raised $15 billion recently, venture fund, with the sole purpose of investing in the two most formative technologies of our generation, AI and crypto.
what about a hypothetical world in which you could actually you could actually fully legally do like the general
I can't put him at 1.25. He talks too fast. Like there's normal speed.
thing, and you could attach utility to it? And so, you know, look, for example, let's take an obvious example, which is like, you know, you've got a large language model that can write a movie script that has the ability to do output to an image. You know, this thing already has an image generator, but it you know, very easily could have a video generator. You could have an AI bot that like makes movies, right? So you could have an AI bot that like basically raises money to, you know, make a movie, and then spends the money on like image generation and sound generation, and, you know, by the way, maybe even like hiring actors, right? Or set designers, or you know, graphic artists or whatever, sound effects people, musicians, and makes movies. Or let's take a more serious case. You know, the Nobel Prize in chemistry just went to 3 guys who applied AI to protein folding.
Oh, that's what Mando was talking about, right?
People, musicians, and makes movies. Or let's take a more serious case. You know, the Nobel Prize in chemistry just went to 3 guys who applied AI to protein folding, which is, you know, key to basically curing diseases. And the guys who did that, you know, basically think that it's the path to potentially literally curing all disease if the technology develops the way that they think it will. And so in that, you know, that's AI. And so you can have an AI bot that's doing protein folding and, you know, literally like coming up with cures to, you know, doing like personalized medicine against, you know, for cancer patients, and literally like curing cancer with AI. And, you know, you could imagine you could easily imagine having a, you know, an economic mechanism for that, you know, where that gets funded. You know, for example, you could have hypothetically, you could have the equivalent of like a GoFundMe, but on the blockchain, you know, for people to basically be able to pay an AI bot to like cure their cancer. Like, so, but on the blockchain, you know, for people, you know, where that gets funded, you know, for example, you know, you could easily imagine having a, you know, an economic mechanism for that, you know, where that gets funded. You know, for example, you could have hypothetically, you could have the equivalent of like a GoFundMe, but on the blockchain, you know, for people to basically be able to pay an AI bot to like cure their cancer. Like, so, and there's, you know, thousands of these, right? Or even just like more practical applications, which is, you know, how about an AI bot that basically pays people for training data? Right. So an AI bot that basically like helps people code or helps people generate art, that basically puts out a call and, you know, says basically send me more training data and I'll pay for it. Right. Or an AI bot that's able to make itself smarter by buying more CPUs, more
On the blockchain, bro. On the fucking blockchain. On the blockchain. On the blockchain. On the blockchain. Who's this? Who created Google DeepMind? This fellow. Demis Hassabis. Demis Hassabis. Follow him. He doesn't follow me. Working on AGI and solving disease. Trying to understand the fundamental nature of reality. This guy got me into AI. Really? Interesting. Oh, this is so long.
A genius who...
Following Tucker, Mark Cuban, et al. First off, congrats on winning the Nobel Prize.
Thank you.
That's insane. How do you even win the Nobel Prize? How do you win the Nobel Prize? He's the chief executive officer and co-founder of Google DeepMind and Isomorphic Labs, a UK government AI advisor. In 2021, Hassabis and John M. Jumper. What a name. You don't get born with the name of John M. Jumper and not do something interesting. Were jointly awarded the Nobel Prize in Chemistry for their AI research contributions for protein structure prediction. Why did they get the Nobel Prize? Isn't this a bit controversial? I have mixed feelings about it. Here's my issue. AlphaFold's success was mainly involved training neural networks on a massive data set using high-powered GPUs. Well, this is obviously a big engineering achievement. Feels like they applied AI to an existing AI framework. Transformer models to protein folding. In some ways, this is akin to finding a solution using an established formula rather than inventing the formula itself. I see where this is very different from someone like Geoffrey Hinton, who helped develop the core principles of deep learning. At least with Hinton, there was an undeniable creation of the tool itself. This is crazy. What does Nobel Peace Prize winner Demis think about crypto? Fuck, we're desperate. Interesting. Huh. Maybe we'll learn about him later, huh? I call it the Peace Prize. Oh. That was kind of retarded. Oh. I mean, to be fair, I knew what I meant. Like, what? How you gonna put me on blast like that in front of the entire stream? Interesting. Well, that stream today, honestly, I think it was a good one. I really enjoyed the Mando thing. Okay, help me, bear with me on this before I leave. I've been like fighting with the idea of doing more or less interviews, and we have been doing significantly less. And I've been hesitant to bring on the macro schmacro guys because I think that they can like overwhelm us and they can like take away signal. I'm down to bring the macro adjacent guys when they are traders and interesting and have takes on the market. And honestly, my general take right now is like, yeah, we're in a weird spot in markets, but we are fucking, first and foremost, we are traders and we live for volatility. So we did 2 interviews today, 2 long ones. I'll probably be done for the week. Next Monday, I have a really good guest for SaaS. for AI SaaS effects is this fella right here. Man, this fella right here, Steve, researcher Bloomberg Index, and he's like a really on the money on SaaS destruction. Which I was gonna do this segment on today, but I don't think I'll do it tomorrow. I'll save it for tomorrow. I'll just do a solo stream tomorrow. I'll save it for tomorrow. Cause why not? It's bad though. It's bad. What's happening right now? These SaaS names, it's bad. Like, look at this shit. You want to see some? You want to see carnage? Look at this. Bad. Telling you, man. S&P is 1.5% off ATH, but don't let the tape fool you. It's bad. Figma, even like Salesforce. Look at these things. Salesforce. And so what we're going to highlight tomorrow on a lot of this is that February 25 is when Claude Code dropped, which, my friend, is this tick right here. 40%. Most SaaS charts look like this. So I'm going to have this fellow come on Monday. Great guest. Really, really sharp on the SaaS stuff. And I basically, at this point, I'm only interested in like GOAT traders. If you're not a GOAT trader, I don't really care about what you have to say. If you have like a take on fucking Kevin, I didn't ask about Kevin Warsh. I should have. If you have a take on Kevin Warsh, but you don't have money in the market, I don't really give a fuck what you have to say. So I feel like we found a good balance here where we're bringing on the best traders, or we're just going solo and we're just getting smarter. I love Mando's take, which is like, bro, we don't need to have a fucking 10-year worldview on where the world's going to go. We just need to know where the where the most money is focused, what the herd is going to trade, and we need to trade it as well. So that's what we're here to do. That's what we're going to continue to do. That's what I'm loving it. Stream numbers are going up. And I'm having a good time. Do you feel like you my goal is for you to be able to join just this stream and nothing else and be fully caught up with everything that's happening in the world. That's my only goal, all markets. And I feel like we're doing this. Crypto, other stuff, whatever. I feel like we're doing this. This is my only goal. What are people trading? What's moving? What's exciting? That's my only goal. So I hope you're enjoying them. Before I leave, I started a Telegram channel. And it's a little bit, I watch this TV stream more than any TV or any of the bullshit. That's awesome. Doing pretty good. Yep, keep getting better. That's my goal. That's my goal. You helped Trump coin and helped me get a Tesla last year. Congrats, bro. That's your North Star. You're winning. It's my only goal. That's all I do. It's my whole life. I started a Telegram channel, and I am just a schizomaniac in there, and I'm going to like not tweet it. I'm going to keep it for like the OGs only. Do you want to get in the Telegram? Do you like the TG, by the way? Is it annoying? Like, am I like blowing you? Pause. Is it annoying? It's not for alpha. Like, there might be like some, like, I might like talk about what I'm trading, but it's mainly for me to just like vomit my brain to the people that are like OGs that rock with the stream and like not have to tweet it. Ideally, if I say some like edgy shit, you don't fucking put it on Twitter. Please don't put it on Twitter. But let me see if I can figure out how to get an invite to this thing. How do I get an invite? Let me see if I get an invite. Let me see. I forget how. Fuck, how do I get an invite? Wait, hold on. I know I sent it yesterday, right? Rolls Royce truck. Calling in from out the ghetto with me 3. Hold on. Give me a second. Don't leave it. I can do this. Edit. No. The new setup is crispy. Thanks, G. Thank you, G. Let me get it right. Hold on. Fuck. Hold on. Bear with me. Give me like 30 seconds. I'm gonna figure it out. Next time I'll have it down. There's not that many buttons. Boost channel, maybe? Oh, here. Link for boosting? No. Should I just ask Claude? Here it is. Got it. Thanks, Jack. All right, here you go. I'm gonna put it in the Telegram, in the Twitch chat, and it's a mess. I did like. You can join. Don't like put me on blast. Ideally, don't put me on blast here. I'll throw it in the YouTube too. And how many people? There's like 75 people in there right now. I'll throw it in YouTube chat too. And cool. All right. I'm gonna go solo tomorrow. I think I'm gonna go fully solo tomorrow. I'm working on a couple segments. One, I'm working on a Bits to Atoms segment. Two, I'm working on a Epstein impact on the market segment. And three, we're working on an Epstein segment. Yeah. We're pushing boundaries, man. I'm pushing fucking boundaries. Four is, dude, yeah, I just feel like we could trade these markets. Like, I feel like every time I talk to some guy who has some fucking PhD in economics and Freudianomics, whatever, every time I talk to these guys, I'm like, bro, we have basically, like, 1 year in crypto is like 10 years of market experience because we deal with this volatility and these, like, crazy rotations so aggressively. We just, like, understand how to trade. I just, like, think we could do this on a long enough time frame. Freudianomics, I made that shit up. I really, like, think we could do this, bro. I actually know that we could do it. I know we can understand what's happening. And I watch these other stock guys absolutely just flounder like a fish out of fucking water, like a guppy. Like a fucking guppy, dude, when price drops like 5%. And it's fucking nuts, dude. It's nuts. So I think we can do it better than anyone. Someone said, okay, let's see. Oh, what are the expressions of those views? I think it's actually looking for trades is what's missing. Yeah, we're actively looking for trades, but trades are looking for you, brother. Trades are actively looking for you is ultimately the deal. Trades are ultimately looking for you. You look for the trade, but the trade looks for you. It's like you look for the Floyd, but the Floyd looks for you. You know what I mean? The Floyd finds you. You look for her, but she finds you. Ultimately, it's like think, did you hunt out and seek out that alt culture coffee shop on the Lower East Side of New York to find your wife, or did it find you? Huh? Like, dude, food for thought. Did that barista with the weird tattoos, like, did you hunt her down, or did she hunt you down? You gotta start thinking about things like this. It's like, I don't know, man. Did you find her, or did she find you? Because ultimately, these things just find you. You ever seen How I Met Your Mother? Did he find her, or did she find him? And sometimes I stay up late at night and I think to myself, it's like, did I find the trade, or did the trade find me? That pretty little girl with the weird tattoos that make no sense and are not legible and are also in weird spots that don't connect and have no artistic design process whatsoever. No one even knows. Did I find her, or did she find me? And ultimately, I think this is how you think about trades. This is how you think about the market, and that trade's gonna find us. You just can't sit here. Before I get on stream, I spend 4 or 5 hours every day thinking about the market. Me, Tulip King, Daniel, Malcolm, 4 or 5 hours every day on calls, looking at the market, what we're gonna talk about, designing stream documents, what's happening, watching videos, podcasts. 4 or 5 hours a day, then we get on stream for 3 hours a day and we talk about it. And at a certain time frame, it's like, it's just gonna find you, bro. It's gonna find you. My surface area to win is stupid, bro. I have so much fucking tape on my roller surface area to make it. It's disgusting. It's to believe I'm not gonna make it is to fundamentally disagree with the world, man. It's pretty, you'd have to be pretty doomer to disagree with your ability to make it. So that girl in the Starbucks is gonna find you, twin, just like that fucking energy trade is, and I will find you tomorrow, just like you'll find me tomorrow. I love you all. I appreciate y'all. I'm out. Have a good rest of your day. Bottom isn't here, but every day we drop her one day closer, because if Bitcoin's gonna go to $1 million, that fundamentally means the more price action we got this way, the closer we get to that way. I love you all.